can Sembly currently interpret tone or sentiment?
It can. We already have in the product where it shows you the top 10 highlights and top 10 lowlights. You could also ask Sembly about the tone. It tends to not, it tries not to be very negative generally and not critical, but we found ways to, get it to tell you like a good thing. It's like you can tell, this is like this, like you can say like this is an interview and I'm trying to improve for the next time. Can you give me some feedback about blah blah blah? It will tell you some feedback. It will tell you about the tone and it will tell you about the sentiment in the conversation. It doesn't currently use any mimicry, like meaning that it doesn't read your facial expressions. And it doesn't read your audio tonality. So those elements are still absent. So it's purely based on the words you use, let's say. Okay. But based on that, it can already discern a lot.
Because a lot of good in a meeting, what I've discovered is that some people are very blunt. In other words, they'll ask a direct question and assume something instead of that a skilled human communicator will go something like this. I go, so what I sense what you're saying is maybe ABC. In other words, instead of, oh, you said this, that's direct. Okay. Instead of being tentative in communication by listening to what they're saying and then feeding it back in a tentative, subtle communication, which doesn't threaten people. That would be interesting.
It can definitely assess communication style. I mean, you can go as far as ask it, assess the top 3 communication styles used in this meeting, and for each style, sort each participant in the meeting under the style they've used.
Wow.
And it will give you that. Because and that's not, that's certainly possible because we already have things in the system. Like we have a list of suggested prompts just to give people an idea of the breadth of the kinds of things they can ask to kind of like a starter. So we'll say like, okay, you can ask it to give you a summary of the meeting in Dutch, just to let people know that they can actually ask for answers in any language. They can even talk to it in any language. So you don't have to talk to it in English. So our platform understands right now 8 languages. So just like English, French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, we even Dutch. We understand Japanese as well. But regardless of the language that the meeting was in, you can talk about it in any language you want.
Okay.
So if the meeting was in Italian, you can ask a question about it in English and ask for an answer back in Chinese, and it will all work out. So that's really cool. So we give this breadth of different questions, but one of the questions says identify the issues that were raised in the meeting, note who raised the issue, and rate it by criticality, high, medium, low. And it will give you the issues for each person in the meeting with the criticality rating. So it can do that as well.